Oh god. Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'll be talking about the North Atlantic Oscillation. If I'm not in the video, do not pay attention to me because my main focus today is not my face, it is what's in this television right now that you should be looking at. So we have 1979 all the way to 2015, January 2015 to be exact. So yeah, May 2015. So basically, this is basically an outdated version of the NAO. But let me show you what's been happening. So this is the NAO. As you can see, you see spikes over here in the negative zone. You see a lot of spikes in the negative zone. So basically, the NAO is not exactly a stable thing, but it is a high pressure system that sits above. It sits right on the North Atlantic near Greenland, which is why every time the cold air is blocked, it is called a Greenland block, and not just the cold air is trapped. So so basically, what you're seeing here is basically like an erratic swing in temperatures in his map. You know, that's what you're seeing basically here. So what this entails, what this basically entails is that the NAO is never still. It's always changing no matter what you do. So that's what the NAO is. So going into next week, we're going to see another erratic change in the NAO. And that change, what is it? So what is that change that I'm talking about? It's going to be so insane that you're guys going to be like, wait, what? That change would be this guy right here. So that change would be this guy right here. Notice the warm air on the East Coast. Notice that warm air on the East Coast. There's no cold air whatsoever here concentrated on the East Coast. I'm going to be cut off from the video, but again, the main focus is what's basically over here on the television. I actually found a perfect spot to stand, finally. So, so basically, for the December 25th, this is what we're going to look at. We're going to have don't be deceived by the color you have, like, on my video. This is actually orange over here, light orange. So basically, we'll be above average and maybe well up into the 60s come Christmas week. This warmth is expected to continue, however, into the end of the week of December till we get to the last day of December, which is the 31st, where things are about to change. What's going to change, you say? Let's go and check what's going to change. And by the way, the West will be dealing with the trough, of course, so you'll be dealing with cold air, freezing temperatures, so keep that in mind. Let's take a look at my file. Let's see what we can find. What's changing? I'll tell you right now. This table, you will not be able to see it, so I want you guys to bear with me in a sense. So, yes, as expected, you won't be able to see it. So, I'm going to tell you, September 1st, 2013, till December 15th, well, this is actually 2013, wow, wrong file, sorry. I have so much stuff here, gotta delete it. Either that or, okay, so let's see here, NAO for 2015, gotta look for it actually now. I gotta close this file. Let me just close this file for you guys so I can actually find it. So 2013, that's 13. Should probably put 15 at the top because that's a thing. I just put NAO at the top, and you know when you do that, actually no, I have 2015. So North Atlantic for 2015. So what we gotta do is basically delete the December part. And it should show up. Should show up, he says. 14, this is all 2014 though. This is not 15, it's not what I want to see. Is it this guy right here? Let me blow this guy up for you guys, see if this one is it. And fingers crossed, it's 2015. August 15, 01, 15, 01, 15, 01, 15. When I say 01 back and forth, it's weird. No, 2015, 16. Let's see if that works. Let's see 2015 if that works. Let's just delete the 25 to see what happens. Since I already explained what's going to be like the weather 25th. Is this it? Why is this so hard to find in my file? I don't get it. What year is this? Perfect. Found it. Okay, I found it for you guys. Here it is. You guys can actually see this a bit more. I'm going to have to start using more colors in my videos. So, the green, blue. All these colors you see here, these are ensemble models, or ensemble models, however you actually say or pronounce it in your country. What these guys are doing, they're predicting the NAO. So I want you to notice something very interesting. So look at this. December 5th, 2015, we are above this line here. I'm actually going to use something so you guys can see it. I want to use a paper or something. Let me show you. Or my pen, better yet, my pen. Let me use a paper. So anything below this line will be considered negative. Anything below this line is considered negative. This is November 15th to December 05. So notice between those dates, this has been a significant dip right there in the jet stream. That was the end of November where it actually got cold in the east. Everywhere after September 16th, it's been pretty warm in the east, if you notice. And now we're in December 5th, going into December 25th. But between the 5th and December 25th, over here, you're going to have a spike down there at some point. So if you look, this is now negative over here. It is very minor, temperatures in the 40s. That's this weekend. That's the NAO. I'm going to flip the page now. And I'm going to draw a line right over here. I'm going to draw a line right here. My pen cooperates. So you cannot see that line, but the line I just drew is where the positive phase stops. And where I actually drew that line, I'm going to match it up, and you're going to see that is also where the next positive phase begins and where the next negative phase ends. So basically, by December 25th, we're going to have high temperatures well up into the 50s and 60s. So for the month of December, week of Christmas, we will be in a warm phase. However, if you look at the model ensemble, that warm phase continues till you hit January 14th. That's right, so by mid-January, we're still going to be dealing with warm temperatures. However, if you look at the model's trend, I'm going to stop it right there. You will see something shocking. After January 14th, most of the ensemble models, including dynamical models, just that black line, they're taking it below that. They're now saying it's going to get cold right after January 14th. So if you like warm weather, there's a chance that after after January 14th correction, you will basically lose out on the warm weather. So basically, my point is enjoy the warm weather while it lasts. After January 14th, there will be significant changes in your weather pattern. We're going to go colder, and basically we're going to start off over here, the 14th right there. We're going to start off right over here, basically a degree below average. We're going to be 1 degree below, 1 to 2 degrees below average. And we're going to keep heading as we head deeper. February 3rd, they're projecting that by February 3rd, it is projected that we're still going to be about 1 to 3 degrees below average. And in between February 3rd and February 23rd, there's actually a dip that's over here. That guy goes to 8 degree on average right at the dot. However, I also like to keep you in mind that there's some models in the assemble that are actually showing sharper dips, if you notice, within the NAO, and they're actually going very far down below that line. So basically, we're going to go farthest out. Right now, the spaghetti models, the assembled spaghetti models, so they call them, they're mostly concentrated on this area, right over here. You go down to that area, and now you have a blue one that's actually down here. That's a European model, I believe. So, yeah, the European model is the one I like to use. That guy has us at about 5 to 10 degrees below average for between February 23rd. Going into March 14th, ladies and gentlemen, we could be talking about a negative North Atlantic oscillation. So that's pretty impressive. That basically, now you can see it actually, the line slightly. Again, in this video, my face is not the focus. You should be focusing on this table over there. You might have to adjust the brightness a bit in your screen to actually see this, but otherwise, now you just have to bring down the brightness a bit just to see this. But by January 14th, the NAO is expected to turn negative, and just like the forecasters are saying pretty much, they have confidence that this year we'll see a lot of blocking in the northeast after starting January 14th and forward. So basically, enjoy the warm weather really, because that means you have about 2 to 3, maybe less than 3 weeks left before that warm weather leaves, and we start to deal with a cold January, February, December, and I guarantee you most of January will be cold, and that's something that the forecasters are going with. Now that I've discussed that, my next video I'll be discussing El Nino, which is something you can see much more on my screen actually, because it's a darker red, darker colors. So basically I'll start getting more using darker colors, even heavier colors in my files, so you guys can see. I'll also be reading some information off my notebook, so quite frankly the camera might actually be set up a little bit farther away from where I'm currently standing. But the whole point for this is for you guys to get the idea of what's actually going on, as I just explained that NAO will become negative after January 14th. And that's the topic of this video. Next topic is El Nino, and it weakened, and guess what? It tied with 97.98. It is tied now, but as it decreased, it tied 97.98. So we're gonna be talking about similarities and contrasting and comparing basically in the next video with these two El Ninos. So thank you very much for watching this video based on the NAO, North Atlantic Oscillation, and your Christmas week prediction based on what's going to be like. So stay safe and have a great day.